Welcome to another YouTube video, guys. Matthew's away in New York this week, so it's me making the video. What we're going to do today, very busy day ahead of us. I need to go and look at and quote 4 or 5 different jobs today. I need to go and deliver some materials to the guys. Got another job that I need to go and look at that's in the afternoon, that's kind of outside of work hours. So it's going to be a long day today, a busy day, but we'll get all the clips that we can get. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're out here at Old Hame Farm out in North Berwick. We're getting a new electricity supply out to the 2 big sheds. The one next door to the kind of little garage space that we're in just now. We'll run a 3-phase supply from this point right across and down into that shed next door. We'll get a little look at that next. Through here at the distribution point, we'll fit another MCCB main switch here, 4-hour supply, and run a 5-core SWA across the top. Still to do the cable calculations, so we don't have that cable yet, but we'll get that figured out. And we'll run it from our MCCB main switch back here, up towards the kind of ceiling level and along the timber, right over to the shed. The shed that we're going to look at next is just on the opposite side of that wall, and that will supply a 3-phase distribution board that we'll put on the wall through there. So we'll go and get a look.
It's no, it wasn't it? If it's squid, you made it squid. Some days. Why haven't done that?
It's just to add to the video, you know. Use the battery up.
We're literally on one bar.
Right, we'll turn it off in a second, alright? Take a chill pill. This is the first of the 2 sheds that we're in here. Jay and Glenn out with us. They're starting the job off. We'll probably be here for the next 2 weeks to cover both of the sheds. We'll go and look at the other shed after we've been in here. What the customer's looking for, we're installing IP rated sockets, one for each of the bays that you see. So where these kind of iron H-beams are, in the middle of each bay, farmer's looking for a socket. It's going to be mirrored on the other side of the barn, and this is basically just to provide power. He's looking to turn these sheds into a bit of a workshop where he can maybe rent them out and stuff like that. We can see up the top, we're going to install high bay lighting up here. The guys will bring the MUP in later, cherry picker, come and get all the lighting wired up. And if we head right down to the bottom, this is where the 3-phase distribution point is going to be. So we'll bring the cable from the garage that we were in a second ago to supply a 3-phase board, supply all of the sockets, 3-pin sockets, 5-pin sockets, and lighting for the barn area. The one where it's like, that one, I feel like that.
What is it?
I've just got for that screw one, like.
Beautiful.
Down here, get a cable up here, blah blah blah. How are we wiring it? What's going on?
So, for the lighting, we're going to be taking a feed and neutral from the consumer unit to the switch at the front door. Well, we're going to put a joint box above the switch, and then we're going to do our connections in the joint box above it because the switch is not a very big box, and we're going to have our feed and neutral into the joint box, and then we're going to have our switch wires and neutrals going into the switch and a bit of conduit, and then we're going to have 2 100-watt PIR floodlights going outside, and we're going to have 5 160-watt high bay LED panel lights to brighten this place up. In terms of power in here, we're going to have 2 socket circuits, one either side, wired in 2.5mm steel wired armour. We're going to also have a 3-pin and a 5-pin commando socket up by the consumer unit, and we're going to have another 3-pin commando socket down at the front of the building for charging the agriculture equipment like your tractors and your MUPs and stuff like that. Where is this?
So in this shed down here, we've got kind of the same story. This shed has a little bit of a shallower section here that's just going to get a couple of strip lights put in on these beams to light up this area. And then as we work down into the shed, you can see it's kind of the same setup as the one up the road. Again, we're going to have the high bay lighting coming off of these beams, and then we're going to have power for sockets running all the way down the 2 walls in here. Thankfully in this shed here there's already been distribution equipment installed by another contractor a little while ago. The farmer has a couple of Airbnb cabins on his property here. So this distribution board was put in to supply those. We'll utilise the equipment that's already in place here to install all of our lighting and sockets and things like that. I mean, one option is just to run it from like lower level. I don't know what the socket height is going to be. Surely it's going to have to be somewhere. So obviously this job here is still in its infancy, so there's not too much for us to look at right now. We'll come back with a little update, but right now we'll head out to a kitchen that we're nearly finished out in North Berwick and go see how the guys are getting on out there. So we're back here at the kitchen out in North Berwick. Obviously it was bare bones in the last video. Progressed quite a bit now. We're just putting the final touches on. The plumbers and joiners are out here finishing off their bits and pieces, and Morgan and Connor will be out here to finish the electrics tomorrow. So we'll go in and get a little look. Obviously now all of the base units are in, the standing units and things, everything's all fitted. The electrics are all ready to be second fixed. The plasterer's been in and finished their plastering, and Rory's in here today just finishing off the waste and things for the sink that's going to be going into the island here. Over here we'll have all of our appliances, all of their spurs, double pole switches, things like that, up inside one of the wall units. All the load cables will go away to the tumble dryer, washing machine, dishwasher, things like that. So we've still got a couple of things to go in here. We've still got the two wall units, one in this corner here, one in this corner here. There will be another wall unit up here as well, and that's when we'll kind of come back and second fix things like the under unit lights, but we just need to wait for the joiners to kind of finish off those last bits and pieces today. On the ceiling here you can see that we've replaced the pendants that they had previously with a set of 4 downlights here, another 4 downlights here, 1 centre downlight, and there will be a pendant to go in here centrally over the dining table. Hopefully we'll get back here after the job's completed, we'll get a little look at the finished product, and we can catch that in the next video. So obviously with Matthew being away this week, business is going through kind of a large growth phase right now. Not very long ago, even earlier on this year, the business was maybe half the size that it is now. Even though I'm in the role that I'm in, I take a lot of the strain off of Matthew's shoulders and things like that. When Matthew goes away, it does have a knock-on effect. Very stressful when Matthew's away, and it gives us a little bit of an insight, a little bit more respect for what Matthew's doing on a day-to-day basis to keep the business afloat. So it's good practice for me. When Matthew goes away, I get to face some of the challenges that he does, take on a little bit more responsibility when he's gone, and get a bit of an idea of what it actually takes to keep a business of this size afloat for a little while. Obviously just now it's getting towards Christmas time. We're on December 12th, I think we are today. We finish next Friday on the 19th, so we're really at crunch time now. A lot of different projects that are running right now that the customers all want to be complete before Christmas. Kitchens and things like that. No one wants to have half a kitchen on Christmas, so we're really under pressure, but we are managing. We're getting there. Looks like everything's going to be tied up on time, and then we can all get 2 weeks to relax during the Christmas break. In times like these where everything is a little bit more stressful, kind of got a lot on my plate, a lot to deal with day to day, it's really good to be able to kind of trust the guys that work for you. The guys that we've got out just now, I can put their work onto our job management software, and I know that the guys are going to go out, they're going to get the job done on time, and they're going to do it to a good standard. So it takes a lot of stress off of my plate to be able to have good guys in, guys that you know are going to do the job right, and guys that are going to complete their work to a good standard. It's pivotal for a business in a growth stage like this to have the ability to trust guys and let them kind of help us out in that way. They take a little bit of responsibility on, maybe the guys take on a little bit of extra stress, they run their own jobs, things like that, but in the end it really helps us out, Matthew and I, to know the guys will go out there and do what needs to be done to get the job finished. We're back out here now at the sauna job that Morgan and Connor started this morning. Morgan and Connor have asked if they can do the video here. They're going to walk you through what they've done today and show you a little bit about the job.
Right, so we're fitting a sauna inside here, big sauna house. What we've done is we put a fuse board back here on a 40 amp breaker, 9.5 kilowatt sauna. We've run that along the fence, under the slabs, up into a joint box going there. That's going to go through into our sauna. The reason for fitting a fuse board here, the customer wants to fit a shower in the future, so when they want to do that, they can have that ran off a smaller cable, can run either the sauna or the shower separate times, just saves on cost.
Right, so the 3-core steel wire armour has been fed from that consumer unit all the way into the house. Added all the clipping on the side of the fence there. Morgan drilled it through the brick into the house there. down through the wall in there, into the crawl space. I haven't really done much yet. The armour is coming in from that side, and I'm going to have to crawl through there, get it over, connect it up. Connecting up will probably be Morgan's job. And then wire it back to the board. That should be it done. Tiny wee crawl space, but we'll get it done.
We need to bring the supply back to the distribution board here. This is the existing distribution board. We'll try and do something with these blocks here. We're not very happy with the way that these blocks have been done. They were like that when we got there. So what we'll do is we'll try and move these tails around a little bit, clean these blocks up, get the supply up into the distribution board. Hopefully we'll have the sauna on for the customer to try out today. Didn't quite manage to record everything that I was doing today. They were meeting a couple of prospective clients, quoting and pricing a few jobs. Usually we decide not to stick a camera in their faces, but what we have done, we've managed to go around and look at a couple of jobs that the guys are working on today, get a catch up with some of the guys, see how they're getting on, and now we're starting to kind of reach the tail end of the day. We're just coming up on 4 o'clock. I've still got another 2 jobs to go out and look at, so I'll go and get those done. Be a little bit of a late finish today, but we do what we need to. Alright, that's it for today, guys. That's 4 o'clock, so Luke's away home. I'm away to go and look at a couple more jobs today, a couple of things to tie up, go and pick Morgan and Connor up, and then we'll head home once all that's finished up. So thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed watching, go down below, hit subscribe, like the video, it really helps us out, and we'll see you in the next one.
Right. The reason... Oh, fucking hell. Yes! Right.